Hello everyone! We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to another episode of Terraria. So, I am once more still continuing with the usual work of trying to build up and generally just terraform the area around our home to make it nice. And I just got an alert that a goblin army is approaching, which is an event we've been waiting for a little bit. You can sort of see a bit of what's going to be the final base. I'm not entirely sure what it is exactly I'm trying to build here. This is some kind of, I don't know, fishing cave thing? I don't know what I'm building. I just have a whole bunch of dirt that I don't know what else to do with, so yeah. I don't know, we can do something like that. Also, we've killed a whole bunch of, oh yes, it's approaching from the west, so from this way somewhere. Let's see here. I think the goblin army can first start showing up. Oh, it's arrived. I believe the goblin army first starts showing up after you've beaten the Brain of Cthulhu or slash Eater of Worlds, depending on whether you have Crimson or Corruption. Another interesting thing that was added in 1.3 is the ability for the NPCs to actually assist in, well, fighting enemies and stuff. And the goblin invasion basically just, you know, a whole bunch of goblins show up. The little progress bar down there, that's new, which is nice. I like that, to be honest. I'm actually mildly concerned that the way I have my base set up so far, enemies can't spawn in squares that player placed blocks have been set. However, I haven't actually set. There's a whole bunch of open background in which, in which goblins could theoretically spawn in my base, and I don't want that because I don't want my NPCs all dying. I like my NPCs. Anyway, basically, the whole idea of these invasion events, in case you're not familiar with them, is enemies will continuously spawn and attack and other such nastiness. And they'll just kind of keep going until you kill them all. You can die, it doesn't end the event. You have to kill, or you have to complete the event in order to actually finish this. I think they also changed the invasion slightly for 1.3. Once you finish the invasion, now any remaining enemies will run away. It used to be that once you finish the event, you still had to clean up any enemies that were still spawned in at the time. But I believe now, once you finish the event, the enemies just go away. Also, if we were playing expert mode, I believe we'd have the possibility of getting some unique loot. Actually, that kind of goes with just about anything. I was actually looking into that. I don't want too many spoilers, but, you know, there's just some things that I do want to have a bit of a sneak preview myself of, so I know what I'm talking about while commentating. One of those things is actually an interesting one. A number of enemies, in addition to having like unique expert mode drops, there's some enemies that their drop chances are improved, and in some cases... Also, let's just enjoy this music for a moment, because this is new. I think. I'm pretty sure they've changed the invasion music a little bit. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, with, for instance, the Nymph, which is the rarest enemy in the game. It drops a rather useful thing of sorts. I forget what the item is exactly, but it's useful in, for something, and then it can be combined with things at the Tinkerer's workbench to make an even more useful something. And in expert mode, that something that the Nymph drops, it's a 100% guaranteed drop. It's only 50% in regular mode. Oh my, look at all the goblin warriors down here. Anyway, yeah, so it's a 50% drop in normal worlds, 100% in expert. And, yeah. And the Nymph is... We'll run into it eventually, but it's an extremely rare enemy. In fact, it's so rare that, even though you have a guaranteed chance of getting a banner now from an enemy after killing it 50 times, the Nymph banner is still probably going to be the rarest banner in the game, just because... Yeah, also, I forget whether I showed this on camera or not, but I have a little bit of a boreal forest farm going here, just in case we need more boreal wood. I can't remember if we actually, if I actually showed that off. I don't think I did. I'm mildly concerned for my NPCs here. Oh, no, I don't. I don't want the grappling hook. Also, I think, I could be mistaken, I'm not sure if it goes if this applies to the Goblin invasion as well, but I believe the Pirate invasion, which is a hard mode invasion that we'll see soon enough, that has a new mini-boss. I kind of wonder if the Goblin invasion has any new mini-boss type things. I hate the archers. Oh, I'm just gonna say that right now. I hate the archers. Okay, we're taking some damage, but we're not gonna die here. I promise, we are not dying this time. Also, invasions are, just like the Blood Moon, very good opportunity to make some money. Because, you know, you have a whole bunch of enemies coming in here. I forget what those spiky balls are useful for. Or if they're good for anything. I think you can throw them at enemies. I think they're a throwing weapon. Oh, there we go. We have completed the event, so all the goblins are presumably going to run away now. Or maybe not. Maybe I will have to clear them all up. Possibly. I don't know. Let's, yes. Just kill... There we go. They're all dead. Good. Anyway, we're not going to show off the base, though you can kind of see it, I guess. Bit of a preview spoiler there that I didn't really consider. What with the minimap being there and all. But I guess the minimap, well, the minimap kind of shows what I have in mind, but not necessarily what is going on. And again, I don't have the timer going, because I wasn't planning on recording. I'm not going to continue with what I was doing with the whole building stuff over there. Let's go see if we can get to the jungle biome. So I'll cut away until we are back to where we were, and then I will show off the fight with the Queen Bee. Oh, actually, before we go, we have this lovely harpoon, which is actually better than the space gun. Oh, and we have this goldfish banner, because goldfish spawn all the time. During rain, and when, yeah, I mean, the goldfish banner isn't really that useful other than, you know, if you're a completionist like me and have to have every single banner in the game. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to cut away until we get, excuse me, to the Queen Bee hive thing, so I will see you guys there. Okay, we're back. Actually, as it turns out, it seems there is a second hive in this world. As you can see, since we're not where we were when we ended the last episode. In fact, once I kill this... Okay, let's, while I open up the map, let's just kind of hide ourselves in here like this. But yeah, here's where we are. It's kind of funny, really, if we kind of sort of went around that way, and then that way, and came across this, and there's a hive here. Beauty of having a large world, really, is that we can get these things. Oh yes, inventory, that's what I want to check out. Yeah, I think we have enough inventory for anything we may have here. So let's, bust our way into the hive. Oh, right, occasionally, oh yeah, this hive, breaking these hive blocks releases honey. Keep in mind you can drown in honey, so watch out for that. Okay, so let's dig our way in. We're apparently releasing some bees. We're also releasing a lot of honey. Let's dig down, because we don't want it... Where's my honey? What? Oh yeah, okay. Alright, let's try to cause as much of the honey to drain it. Oh god. This is, Now, the Honeybee Queen is not too dangerous, but that's what summons her when you destroy the larva. Now, it actually occurs to me, this fight's probably, if I ride the slime mount, it'll probably be a bit easier, since I believe, yeah, you still float on the honey. But you do, I pretty much get infinite, regeneration. That's pretty awesome. Oh, of course, it only speeds up my health regen. It doesn't actually, make me invincible or anything, so don't get me wrong. There's still a good amount of risk. Oh shit. We have awoken the queen bee! This is not how I had intended things to go. We should be okay. Oh god. Now she's gonna shoot bees at us. This is pretty much like the pain fight from Metal Gear Solid 3, basically. Oh, what's stinging me? I mean, the queen bee is not a particularly dangerous opponent. Let's switch to the Murmaza so we can kind of do this. See? It's easy as pie. Nothing too much to worry about. We just kind of attack the queen bee, like so. I know, this is probably not the best way to fight her. I mean, as you can see, we kind of got stuck there, and we're taking a whole bunch of unnecessary hits. In fact, we're kind of low on health. We might actually die here because of some of my less than stellar, oh god. Let's just survive long enough to heal ourselves again with... Okay, we're probably gonna die here if I'm not careful. Oh god, I got stuck under this stupid thing. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay. What the hell is still stinging me at this point? I just need to survive 17 seconds. No. I'm freaking out here. 5 more seconds of survival. That's all I need. All I need. Come on, let me have this. Oh god. Yeah, you see, this is an example of how not to fight the queen bee. Basically, you don't want to be doing what I'm doing. This is a rather stupid way of fighting, because we're in a very confined space. Oh, come on, stop it, stop it, stop it. Okay, that's actually, we're doing okay. We're as long as we don't die. That's the thing. What I should have done was open this area up a little bit so we had a bit more room to maneuver, basically. Because that's the thing in boss battles. You never want to get yourself in a situation where you're stuck, basically. Fortunately, we have a fair amount of health. We're doing a pretty decent job of damaging the queen. Oh god. Oh. And the queen bee has a fairly predictable attack pattern, so we're pretty good. Is basically what I'm saying. This should go easily. I mean, we've almost got her killed. As long as we don't do anything stupid, we should get her. I feel like I'm shouting over my microphone here, though. The way my volume is balanced, it's probably not going to be a big deal. I mean, I could probably afford to put the volume up, frankly. In-game, that is, of the music. The music feels a little quiet right now, on my end, so... Oh, and there we are. Okay, so that's how you kill the queen bee, apparently. That's not the best way of doing it. I wouldn't advise you tackling it the way I did, but hey, if it works, it works. Oh yeah, keep going. There. Okay, so I think that's everything. Let's there. Just kind of. As you can see, the honey is very thick. So let's see, what do we have? We have the bulky beekeeper. Summons killer bees after striking your foe. Small chance to cause confusion. Not bad. This causes 20. This causes 27. So this is actually better. I'm pretty sure. Let's see though. Does this have auto swing? It does. It's a bit slower. So, and honey, bottled honey. As you can see, it restores 80 80 life. Pretty good. We have some bee nades. Explodes into a swarm of bees, always useful. We have some bee wax. I forget exactly what's useful about that. We have a bee hat. Ta-da! Okay. That's pretty much it. Now, I forget exactly how, but there is a way to pretty much be able to infinitely summon the bee queen. And we might want to do that eventually. I forget what the item is that we make for that. But there is an item. I mean, there's an item for every boss that basically allows you to summon an infinite amount of said boss. I don't really know why I'm digging this out now. I mean, it's kind of late. Oh yeah, see, we've confused it. I forget what the confusion status effect does exactly, but it helps, usually. Mostly because a confused enemy is an enemy that can't... What shot at me? Something shot at me, I don't know what it was, though. Anyway, the confused enemy is an enemy that can't fight back and hurt you. Okay, there comes some more bees. Yeah, you see, what I'm doing right now is what I should have done to begin with. There we go. And, you know, basically expand this so that we actually could have a somewhat easier time dealing with the bee queen, because we would have had more room to maneuver. But overall, I mean, I don't think we did too badly for ourselves. All things considered, I think that went better than expected. There's also some money lying around here. I thought for a second that we might have found the lizard temple, but nope, just another hive. Look at all those man-eaters. So what else do we want to do this episode? We could fight the other bee queen in her hive. Turn around, would you? There we go. What was that? Oh, right, I forgot. Swinging this weapon around can summon a swarm of bees, which is always helpful, quite frankly. And we can confuse the enemy. Excuse me. I really need to dig up some of these blocks here, because this is just ridiculous. Expand things just a little bit, so we can actually get out of here in the future. Some iridescent bricks. Iridescent, I believe, means that they glow. Hey, did we actually loot everything in here? We did not. Okay, so we have an ivy chest now. Might as well collect one of every type of chest. Swipe that. Oh, blast it all! We're out of inventory space again. I don't think we need the mines. I want that ivy chest, though. We can get more stingers. Stingers are easy to come by. Yeah. So as you can see, pretty much inventory troubles are the order of the day. You know, I am actually starting to wonder, maybe the presence of honey does indicate there's nearby honeybee hives. Considering the fact there's honey in this vicinity and we found a hive, and there was honey near where we found the other hive, if I recall correctly. Oh. Oh, that was the bees, I believe. Alright, so... Actually, where does the other end of this line go? No, it just ends here. You know, in that case, we might as well mine it. Ooh, the witch doctor has arrived. That's right, an NPC that you unlock. He's actually best in the jungle, so we should probably build a house somewhere here in the jungle for him to inhabit. Because he has certain items that he only sells you if he's in a jungle biome. Otherwise, he just doesn't sell them to you. Alright, but we are slowly, but surely, filling out our town. And let me get some more light shed on the situation. There we go. Oh, excuse me, man-eater. Okay, and there we go. Somewhere down here in the darkness is the Lizard Temple. Will we find it today? I don't know. But it's out there, somewhere. Oh, the bound goblin captive. No, don't kill the goblin. This is the Goblin Tinkerer. I was tied up here by the other goblins. You could say we didn't get along very well. Oh, and we found yet another... Alright, so, you get out of here, Mr. Goblin guy. Move into my town. I assure you, you will like it there much better. Alright. So I think I'm going to wrap things up here. So as always, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Your support really does mean a lot. And I will see you guys next time.